òdodo dé irọ́ sálọ, òdodo dé irọ́ sálọ, kò má sí bójúbójú mọ́, irọ́ síyàn ó kò dúró gbọ̀bẹ̀, irọ́ sálọ ó pátápátá. Òdodo dé irọ́ sálọ, òdodo dé irọ́ sálọ, kò má sí bójúbójú mọ́, irọ́ síyàn ó kò dúró gbọ̀bẹ̀, irọ́ sálọ ó pátápátá.
لذيذ المذاق وألزم قلوب الخائفين الوجل والإشفاق، ولا يعلم الإنسان في أي الدواوين كتب ولا في أي الفريقين حساب. وإن سامها فبفضله وإن عاقب فبعدله، فلا اعتراض على الملك الخلاق. ثم الصلاة والسلام الأتمان الأكملان على خير ولد عدنان، من بعث رحمة من المنان، محمد بن عبد الله القائل في حديثه الشريف: خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه، وعلى آله الأنقياء وعلى أصحابه الأسفياء، وكل من سلك مسلكه حتى يوم الوفاء. أما بعد، فأيها الإخوة أحييكم قائلا: السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. لا إله إلا الله حبيبي من على، لا إله إلا الله follow محمد، لا إله إلا الله مامي لكيما، لا إله إلا الله حبيبي من على، لا إله إلا الله follow محمد، لا إله إلا الله مامي لكيما. تكبير الله أكبر، تكبير الله أكبر. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين، سيد الأنبياء، خاتم النبيين، إمام المرسلين، حبيبنا قائدنا شافعنا إمامنا يوم القيامة، محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم، وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعه بالإحسان إلى يوم الدين.
آمين.
أما بعد, I seek refuge from the occult devil, and I begin in the name of Allah. Allah the wonderful, Allah the powerful, Allah the indefatigable, Allah the invincible, Allah the unconquerable, Allah the greatest, the King of kings, the Master of all masters, the Judge of all judges, Allah the greatest, of the greatest, of the greatest, of the greatest, of the greatest. Lẹ́yìn tí a ti ṣe àṣàlátù fún anábọ̀ Muhammad. Ìyẹn lẹ́yìn tí a ti fi orúkọ Ọlọ́run ọba bẹ̀rẹ̀, ọba àjọkẹ́ ayé, ọba àṣàkẹ́ ọ̀run. Adúgbò lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, àtúnṣe ọpẹ́ fọlọ́run. Àwọn akéèyàn pa ìwà náà. Adéládé. Lẹ́yìn Basmala àti Sọ́lá, a ń láti kí bàbá wa alága òní. A ń láti kí bàbá wa alága òní, bàbá wa Alhaji A.U. Mustapha San. Ẹni tí a ń kí pé Mustapha ti ń gbẹ́ sìgá. Mustapha ti ń gbẹ́ sìgá. Kọ́nísù yín kò nírẹ̀ yín, dídájú ìgálà ń bọ́jọ́, òpópó mọ́ta mọ́rọ̀rọ̀, àlìjànnà ní tiwa, àlìjànnà ní tiwa, àlìjànnà ní tiwa, àlìjànnà ní tiwa, àlìjànnà ní tiwa. Ṣògbéjọ tó rọ sí rèké, tí rèké fi dùn bí oyin. Òun ló rà ṣewúro tó korò bí wọ́n. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, lójú ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀yìn àtọ̀tá ẹ̀yìn. Lójú ọ̀rẹ́ ilé àtàrà òde ọlọ́njọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò dùn bí oyin. Ọlọ́njọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò dùn bí oyin. Ẹ̀dá wá sí EU Mustapha ẹ̀kọ́ ọlọ́njọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò dùn bí oyin. Ọlọ́njọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò dùn bí oyin. Aminu. 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 La hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. All the friends of our brother AU Mustafa San who are in attendance today, I may not be able to catch all the names, but at least we have here Alhaji Aribidesi, welcome you. Alhaji Idris, Saidu, Alhaji Abubakar Jimo, Alhaji Kule Ibrahim, Dr. Abdulhakeem Lai àti Dr. Mumini Alao, Alhaji Balogun. Mo lọ́dọ̀ tẹ́rì bàlà, Amadi. Ọ̀nà tẹ́ fọ́ bàlà, Amadi. Àmọ́nà tó ló ń bàlà, ta ló lè di? Rọ́bìlì Alámìnà, ọba àdániwáyé, ayé omi ilé bìnà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ayé omi ilé bìnà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Gbogbo ọ̀rẹ́ AU Mustapha tí wọ́n wà ń kalẹ̀, ayé omi ilé bìnà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ayé omi ilé bìnà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Gbogbo àwọn àlejò pátápátá, all those in the audience for this Ramadan lecture, ayé omi ilé bìnà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ayé omi ilé bìnà ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa pátápátá, jẹ́ bá láàánú ẹ̀yin létílé. 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 Mọ̀jẹ̀rìn jìnnà kẹ́yìn tó pàdé ẹ̀ o. Jẹ́ bá láàánú ẹ̀yin létílé. Mọ̀jẹ̀rìn jìnnà kẹ́yìn tó pàdé ẹ̀ o. Jẹ́ bá láàánú ẹ̀yin létílé. Bẹ́yìn lérí ọ̀tá ẹ̀yin téńté. Lórí ọ̀tá ẹ̀yin téńté. Lẹ́yìn lórí ọ̀tá ẹ̀yin téńté. Léwà lórí ọ̀tá wa téńté. Káwọn wà nísàlẹ̀, káwọn wà nísàlẹ̀, káwọn wà lókè. Léwà lórí ọ̀tá wa téńté. Kọ́tà wà nísàlẹ̀, káwọn wà lókè. Léwà lórí ọ̀tá wa téńté. Gbogbo alásàlátù kílẹ̀ gbójúlé. Láìláìlàlá ò lágbójúlé. Ẹ̀yin alásàlátù kílẹ̀ gbójúlé. Láìláìlàlá ò lágbójúlé. Ramadan àti dé kílẹ̀ gbójúlé. Láìláìlàlá ò lágbójúlé. Ọmọ tó wà lọ́nà kílẹ̀ gbójúlé. Láìláìlàlá ò lágbójúlé. Èyí tó wà Canada kílẹ̀ gbójúlé. Láìláìlàlá ò lágbójúlé. Ojú òní ti wá lọ́la Muhammad. Láìláìlàlá ò lágbójúlé. Allah ò lágbójúlé. Allah ò lágbójúlé. Takbir, Allahu Akbar kabira. Takbir, Allahu Akbar kabira. So, that is by the way of protocol. And of course, the title of our lecture today is Islam on Leadership and the Anatomy of Poverty. Islam on Leadership and the Anatomy of Poverty. You see, it's not easy to go bilingual. You either speak English or you use Yoruba. When you go bilingual, you forget one or two things. And when you say something in English, you cannot interpret everything 100%. So you have to bear with me, but I am, of course, compelled to use English from time to time, particularly because of our brothers who are not all Yoruba speakers. Somebody bless Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Somebody bless Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Somebody bless Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. First of all, we must look at the Nigerian economy. How good? Where are we today? What are the statistics? when you look around, you find that inflation today is at 31.70%. That was as at this morning. It has passed 31.70. Nigeria has never, the inflation rate has never been as high as this. But then we mustn't assume that Nigeria is going down the drain. No. If Germany still exists, which is in recession, France went into recession more than some months ago. 2 weeks ago, Britain went into recession. So many countries in the West are in recession. Even China has its own financial troubles today. So the crisis is global. Somebody bought 29 liters of fuel in Britain about 3 weeks ago at 50 pounds, British pounds. And of course, he was lamenting, almost crying. Then he calculated this and compared it with the Nigerian fuel price. Because he is a Nigerian. And he discovered that if he were in Nigeria, that would have meant paying 100,000 naira. He paid 50 pounds in Britain, 50 pounds. Now, if it were in Nigeria, 29 liters of fuel, if the 50 pounds, if you were to pay 50 pounds in Nigeria, it would have been 100,000 naira. But do we pay 100,000 naira for 29 liters of fuel in Nigeria? No. Which means our own fuel, the price of our fuel that we've been lamenting over, is still better than what obtains in Britain. Ètò ń tà ní ìlú òyìnbó, epo tánìkan rà nílùú òyìnbó, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sunkún ni, ó ra 29 litres péré, ó san 50 pounds sí ìlú London. Bó bá jẹ́ Nàìjíríà ló ti san 50 pounds, kálukú máa ṣírò ẹ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà, 100,000 ní ọ̀jẹ̀ náírà. Àti ìmọ̀-àríkò 100,000 Nàìjíríà. 29 litres ò lè fill the tank. For the big cars, it will just be like a quarter or maybe going to the. No, I think we have vehicles that take about 16, 17 liters. Yes. So somebody bought in the US. Somebody bought just one plantain. It was labeled, and how much was on the label? $1. For one plantain, please take note. For just one plantain, and that's $1. When you calculate it, you find that was about 4 weeks ago. That was about 1,700 naira for $1. So do we buy one single plantain, a single plantain, at 1,700 in Nigeria, in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Kano, in Kaduna? No, we don't. So we don't sell single plantains. We buy, we buy like 5 or 6 put together. And I asked my Alaja, I just called after reading the piece of information. She said, I have 5 pieces of plantain. Yes, it can't be more than 2,000 naira at most. She said 1,400 to 2,000, depending on your location. Which means, what if we compare the prices in all those foreign countries to what we are buying here? It would have been disastrous. Ìyẹn ni pé ọjà wa níbí ó sì tún lọlẹ̀ díẹ̀, ó tún fanimọ́ra ju òtẹ́yìn tó táwọn aráàlú òyìnbó ń rà lọ. Ask your children in Canada. Ask your children in London today. Ask them, those who are in Germany, ask them what they are going through. Ẹlòmíràn wọ supermarket, àfọwọ́dì orí mú jáde ní kò ní ra kankan. It's as bad as that. And so, with our inflation rate at 31.70% by the end of February, we are still well off. That was at February 2024, according to the NBS, the National Bureau of Statistics, and that is authoritative. Our GDP is still some $1.115 trillion. And it grew by 3.46% in the fourth quarter of 2023. That was 2 months ago, by the end of December. That was what we still had as our GDP growth. But we have a lot of other problems which are not related to the economy alone. In the health sector, our infant mortality is terrible, about the worst in the third world. 115 children in every 1,000 die every year. Maternal mortality stands at 948 of every 100,000 mothers who are put into bed. Ikú aláboyún, gbogbo àwọn tó finú ṣe oyún lọ́jọ́ tá a wà yìí lọ́mọ wa ní ìyàwó wa Ọlọ́run dákun kó sọ̀ wọ́n kalẹ̀ láyọ̀. Ká ṣe súnmọ́ sàbílà yasara, súnmọ́ sàbílà yasara, súnmọ́ sàbílà yasara. Káwá fi iná àká iná lò. The anatomy of poverty. The anatomy of poverty today, I'm taking it from the Quran, from the glorious Quran, chapter 20, verses 118 to 119. Why are we poor? Why do we have poverty in our midst? Is it a generational cause or something? Is it a continental fault or something? Is it something connected with Africa alone? Is it global? And if it is global, if it is an earthly thing or a heavenly matter, what does the Quran say about it? Quran chapter 20, verse 118 to 119. That is Surah Al-Torah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى فقلنا يا آدم إن هذا عدو لك ولزوجك فلا يخرجنكما من الجنة فتشقى إن لك ألا تجوع فيها ولا تعرى وأنك لا تجمع فيها ولا تضحى فوسوس إليه الشيطان قال يا آدم هل أدلك على شجرة الخلد وملك لا يبلى.
Tafsir. He has taken it from verse 116 and 117. I will take it from 118. Allah told Prophet Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, Inna laka ala tajua fiha
wa la tabha.
Thank you. Inna laka ala tajua fiha wa la tabha. Ìwọ Ádámà tí mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ tán yìí, ibi tí mo dá ọ sí yìí, orí ilẹ̀ tí mo dá ọ sí yìí, ebi ò ní pa ọ́ mbẹ̀. Wala ta'ara. Thank you. La tajua fiha wala ta'ara. Ebi ò ní pa ọ́, ó sì ní rí òhò. Ọlọ́run tí ì sọ fún pé iṣẹ́ báyìí lọ́mọ ṣe o. Ọmọ jókòó lọ́fíìsì láti aago 8 àárọ̀ dáago 9 alẹ́ ni o. Ọmọ wa mọ́tò, ọmọ wa Uber láti aago 10 àárọ̀ títí dáago 10 àárọ̀ kejì ni o. Ọmọ fọmọ́tò ní car wash. Kódà ọmọ fa òkú lọ́sibítù. Many of our brothers from Africa, let me say from Nigeria here, when they travel abroad, they do all sorts of odd jobs. They wash cars, they water floors. I washed plates in the restaurant. And I couldn't afford to buy food in the same restaurant at the Frankfurt International Airport. I work there every year. I was doing liberal work there. But when we come back to Nigeria, we now pretend to be big men. We can't wash our cars. We can't clean the table. Allah did not even assign any job, any kind of work to Adam. But he promised him, Inna laka ala tajua fiha wala ta'ra. There is food for you. I have prepared food for you here on this earth. You will never go hungry. Neither will you go naked. You will always find clothing. You will always find something to cover your body, your nakedness. Kí ló tún tẹ̀lé?
وأنك لا تجمع فيها ولا تبهى.
ولا تجمع فيها. Òǹgbẹ ò ní gbẹ ọ́ ní ayé ní. Nígbà tó lọ sọ fún, when Allah told Adam that he would never be thirsty, ولا تجمع فيها. Òǹgbẹ ò ní gbẹ ọ́ ní. You will never be thirsty here. What does it mean? It means water, drinkable water has been provided. Springs running, flowing smoothly. Rivers, and we have them in large number. In Nigeria, before Mango Park came to say we have discovered River Niger. Wrong English. Wrong vocabulary. How can a stranger come from somewhere so far away and tell us that he has discovered our own river? A river where we were bathing every day. People were living around the Niger Basin long before Mango Park came. So that's part of the cheating. That's part of the colonial oppression. Allah said you will always have water to drink. Today, if you want to drink water, if you want potable water, if you want water to run in your tap, in your kitchen, you got to dig your borehole. In those days, you can you. I got you sorrow. Wọ́n máa pa títì lẹ́lẹ́bọ̀tọ̀, agolosoro wa ń yí lórí ẹlẹ́bọ̀tọ̀. In those days, again, the street lamps were always on in those days, in the 60s and 70s. The street taps were flowing with water, endless water. 2 a.m. in the night, it is there. 7 a.m. in the morning, it is there. Today, we don't have free water. While there was some kind of bill, and we had radio, the television, the box, and our people said, "I'm putting sort of boxes were talking, speaking, talk of speakers." Nothing is free today, and yet we are not even getting them. If you want light, you've got to get your own generator. If you want water, you dig your own borehole. But Allah said we will always have water. We will never be thirsty. And it was a promise that He kept. It means we had enough. Inna laka alla tajua fiha wala ta'ra. You will never be hungry there. Adam and the children of Adam, you will never be hungry here on earth. Oh, but now we're shouting, we're screaming all over the street. We're on the roads. Ebi ń pa ọ́. Because things have changed drastically. Because human beings have taken shares that were above their own portions. And that is where we are coming. That's where we are in trouble. The economy is in trouble. That's why some of us are hungry. Ebi ń pa wá kìí ṣe kọ́lọ̀ ń wò fi nǹkan tá a jẹ sílẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ti ṣèlérí pé ebi ò ní pa ànábì Ádámù. Tó bá sì ti sọ pé òun ní febi pa ànábì Ádámù, kò ní febi pa àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ náà ni àwa náà sì lọ́mọ rẹ̀. Àwa ni khulafa lẹ́yìn Ádámù. Àwa làrólé lẹ́yìn Ádámù. Pàápàá jùlọ àwọn bàbá wa àfà. لأن العلماء ورثة الأنبياء. Àwọn àfáà, àwọn ni wọ́n jogún àwọn ànábì. And AU Mustafa is taking good care of our Imam. Somebody bless Muhammad. AU Mustafa is setting an example. AU Mustafa, son, is living the life of a model. The life that the Muslim is expected to live. Ọlọ́run dákun wá ṣàánú rẹ̀, AU Mustafa. Ṣebí igi tọ́lọ́run bá ṣàánú rẹ̀ ló ń léṣo lórí. Odò tọ́lọ́run bá ṣàánú rẹ̀ ni ò ní gbẹ. Ẹ̀dá tọ́lọ́run bá ṣàánú rẹ̀ ní rówó ná. Ọlọ́run dákun wá ṣàánú ẹ̀yin. Ọlọ́run dákun wá ṣàánú ẹ̀yin. Ìdàpọ̀ ẹni ọwọ́ sọ́mọ Akíntọ́lá náà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n Ọlọ́run dákun wá ṣàánú mi. Ọlọ́run dákun wá ṣàánú ẹ̀yin. Á bẹ̀ Ọlọ́run nígbà tí nǹkan le, àwọn kan sọ pé ká máa ṣàdúrà o. Àwọn kan bá tún dìde wọn ní we don't need prayers, just keep walking. We have argued. We said, look, we need both. We need to walk and we need to pray. While you are walking, the Afars will be praying. They work together. They go together. Ora and labora. That's what the Romans say. Walk and pray. Hey, bí ẹ bá sọ pé iṣẹ́ nìkan ló wọ́n sábà ṣe iṣẹ́. Ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ àṣìṣe oníṣẹ́. Ọlọ́mọ sì jẹ́ àṣàṣekú. Tura àlùbáríkà náà yẹ kí a wá. 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 Mo lè gbé, mo lè rú lórí báńsá. Mo lè fa, mo lè tán lórí wàhálà. Àlùbáríkà náà yẹ kí a wá. We have been blessed by Allah. Allah gave the world all the world needs. Tell me what is not in Nigeria. Tell me what is not available in this beautiful country. Is it human resources? Is it minerals? Is it that opportunity to practice agriculture? We have arable land all over the place. Green pasture. Ìlú Bọ̀mí yìnyín ló bo gbogbo lẹ̀ fún gbogbo ọdún tí wọ́n rí bí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kan. Ìwọ fàdá wù kankan kí wọ́n lẹ́yìn ìkọlẹ̀. Is it corn? Is it yam? Is it name it? You can plant even by your backyard, at your backyard. You can feed yourself at your backyard. But because Nigerians elected to be, how do I put it? To be Nigerians think they are too wise. Nigerians think they are too sophisticated. They are too big. I can't bend down anymore. I can't clean any table. How can I plant corn? When somebody is telling me to go and plant corn in my backyard, when do I start that? Vegetable. Whereas in a small place, just where those slippers are packed by the doorway in your backyard, if you fill it with sand and you nurture it and you put some fertilizers, you get enough vegetable to eat for the whole year, because as you plant, it replaces itself. And all some of the things that you go to the market and start arguing with the poor traders, you can get them at your backyard. But we, the average Nigerian, I'm sorry to say, wants to prove that he is lazy. His own job must be white collar job. You must work in the ministry. You must work in the bank. You must be an insurance agent. The farms are dry today. That is the anatomy of poverty in Nigeria. Go to the villages. Never lost some villages. Go to the villages. You don't find young men there. People like me who are just 17. You don't see people like me there. What do you find there? You find 90-year-old men. Ráwọn ọmọ kékèké ló kọ mọ́. Àwọn arúgbó, àwọn òyìtì. Àwọn àgbàlagbà, àwọn tí wọ́n ò lè bẹ̀rẹ̀, tí wọ́n sì lè gbé ìkankan. Elderly people cannot carry things. It's dangerous for them. But they are the only ones who remain in the villages today. Younger people don't want to work. They want executive jobs, white-collar jobs. They want to tell the world, they want to show Nigerians that they have arrived. Arrived from where? Hope not from hell. In our anatomy of poverty, we find this finding is very, very shocking. I spoke personally with farmers. I went to villages in remote places, and I was shocked. The elders were complaining to plant ordinary corn, to plant ordinary yam, to plant sugarcane. One láti máa lọ gba wọ́n ní kán lọ wọ́n ní ẹlọgba mọ́là ni o. Nobody wants to bring down. They now employ malams. They employ people from other places. Àwọn àgbẹ̀ òṣàgbẹ̀mọ́ kò ṣàgbẹ̀mọ́. Ẹ wá ló ń jẹ wọ́n. Ẹlẹ́bí ń pa mí, ebi ń pa mí, apariwo kiri. Do you want Aso Rock to follow you to the farm to plant behind at your backyard? Do you think people in Abuja will ever follow the Ministry of Agriculture? Even the civil servants in the ministry, they don't step outside the ministries anymore. They give instructions, and you have to follow up. So nobody is working on the farms. That's one of the reasons for scarcity. That's one of the reasons for inflation. That's one of the reasons why you cannot buy food where you used to get them and at the old prices. Well, we also have our young ones, apart from those who migrated from the farm, who left the villages. This same group who migrated from the villages have now become problems, nuisance to society. They are the Orisa. Where do we go from here? The same young men, you find 8, 10 of them by estate gates, paying homage, paying tribute, saluting. Of course, disturbing the members of the society. They don't want to work. But the worst of them are the Yahoo guys who want to get rich overnight. So if we are poor today, it is our own doing. Nigerians have no cause to start blaming any government. This government or the governments of yesterday. Our problem started a long time ago, when in the 70s, in the days of General Yakubu Gowon retired. He told us in 1971, money is not our problem. He said money is not our problem, true or false. But how to spend it? We were swimming in oil money. But we didn't know how to spend it. What does that mean? What does that mean to us? Children who had money, or citizens and leaders who had money but didn't know how to spend it. Spendthrifts, extravagant people. A nation that was not thinking. Oh, that was over 40 years ago. How then can we start blaming a government formed in 2023 when they are now wizards and witches? So we need to sit down and think deeply. Analyze this question of poverty. We are in Ramadan now. But what about when there had been hunger before this Ramadan. In Ramadan, you don't eat during the day. Before Ramadan, thousands of Nigerians don't eat during the day. And they have no hope what they're going to eat in the night. They have no hope what they're going to eat next morning. And my advice to Nigerians, to our people is, stop screaming a big power. Stop shouting a big power and stop thinking of protests. You protest, you hurt the poor. It is the poor people who hurt, because there are people who will raid shops, who will loot people's houses. Protesters cannot get to government. They never do. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. You can't enter Aso Rock. Even if you enter Aso Rock, do you know where they are? And I like folklore a lot. Mo fẹ́ràn àlọ́ púpọ̀. Àlọ́. There is àlọ́ àpamọ̀ and there is àlọ́ àpagbè. Kí ló kọjá lójú di ọba tí ò kọ́ba? Ó lọ sọ́yọ̀, ó kọjú sọ́yọ̀, ìtúntọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ bọ̀, ó tún kọjú sọ́yọ̀. Ọ̀dà ẹsẹ̀ yìí á mi. Àlọ́ àpamọ̀ nìyẹn. Nínú àlọ́ àpagbè, I want to know if our brothers remember èrò mírò jẹjẹ, èrò mírò jẹjẹ, ẹ bá mi kí ìyá mi, ẹran tó fi sílẹ̀ o, ẹyin tó fi sílẹ̀, lórogún máa mú jẹ, ìyàtọ̀ kan gbogbo, òun ló máa fún wa. Èrò omi ra Abuja o, Abuja ra Abuja o. Èrò omi ra Abuja o. Ẹ bá mi kí Jàgàbá. Gbogbo tó fi sílẹ̀ o. Ilé eléyìí mú jẹ. Gbogbo kọmíṣánná o. Ilé eléyìí fún wọn. Oyè tí o tó nǹkan. Ilé eléyìí fún wa. Èrò òmìnira Àbújá o. Èrò òmìnira Àbújá o. Ẹ bá mi kí Jàgàbá. Ẹ yọ̀ bọ́ ànábì. Ẹ yọ̀ bọ́ ànábì. Àṣà mi jà. Àní farawa láṣọ yá. Àní ju ìgò. Àní fọ́mọ́tò. Àní ní jólé. Àmọ́ bàbá jókòó. Àmọ́ ṣe wáàsí, á sì máa kọrin, àmọ́ dá wákà. Somebody bless Muhammad. That Eromirodeje song from an Alo Apagbe was sung by a poor orphan whose mother left alone with the foster mother, with the, what do you call it, the second wife, with the stepmother. And the stepmother ate up all the eggs that his mother left for him. So that was why it broke into this song. And he was singing and crying. And now, as things become so, as crises have hit the skies, and there is no money, not much money going around. We can always call our leaders and say, please, just like Mama Ojeje sent down something in those days, send down your palliatives, let the rain fall. While you are doing that, you must also walk. While you are walking in the mosque, our Imam is there praying. And that is the duty of our clerics. However, expecting that it is Tinubu that must come down and do your work for you, I will say no. Stop your Yahoo boy. Your son that is doing Yahoo. Do you know there is an association of Yahoo mothers? Those women are not our Alasalatu women, I want to believe. Àwọn ìyá tí wọ́n dùn wípé ọmọ mímọ̀ tí ń ṣe Yahoo. Kódà ó ra Toyota. Stop encouraging fraud. Don't encourage fraud. We've heard of 150 million naira jeep given to every senator. 160, not 150. Oh, Mama Kada. I don't want to tell you, Mama. 160 million jeep for each senator. 427 boreholes are to be built for 82.5 billion in the 2024 budget. 183 million naira per borehole. You want to build a single borehole for 183 million. They have left us here. They are in Ojeje. 1,150 street lights has been quoted for 212 billion naira, which means every street light will cost 184 million naira in this budget. And every senator has already collected 500 million naira. Again, you would think it is the leadership. You would think it is also wrong. But it doesn't go that way. It is not also wrong. It is not Tinubu. What is operating is the system. Our lawmakers are not thinking of the oil column, the poor masses, the Jamahir. Tinubu gave them 200 million naira. President Tinubu gave 200 million naira to each senator as palliative for rice, to buy rice. 200 million naira. I remember it was only one senator in the east or somewhere who sold his own rice. Where are the rest? Among the governors, okay, before that, every rep member also collected 100 million naira each to buy rice and distribute in his constituency. If all of them buy what they are expected to buy and they share the way they are expected to share, something will, it will cascade down. It will reach some of us. Somebody bless Muhammad.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
How many governors are performing in Nigeria today? And one of them is in somebody said that me. So Mama read my mind. I'm coming for lessons now. Zulu, at least you see what he displays, including cars, including Marwa, lined up in their hundreds. It's like the man doesn't sleep. And it's like he doesn't spend money on his own. I wouldn't know if he has any bank account. Of course, when the vice president, Vice President Kashim Shettima, when he spoke about Zulu, when he described him, he narrated how Zulu was made director of a polytechnic in Borno State in those days. And throughout his tenure, the director would spend the years he would spend in office. He didn't build a single house. And he had no house before. He was in the family house. And by the time he finished, he was still in the family house. And the government looked at him and said, I will make this man my successor. I will make this man my successor. Ewúrẹ́ òbúkọ, àwa ọ̀wá òbúkọ, àwa òrí òbúkọ, níbo ló wà òkùnrin ló wà òbúkọ, níbo ló wà òbúkọ, ló wà ewúrẹ́ òbúkọ, ewúrẹ́ òbúkọ, ewúrẹ́ òbúkọ. Somebody bless Muhammad. Ewúrẹ́ òbúkọ. Sometimes you have a herd of goats, sheep, but there's no single male among them. How will it grow? Then you're looking for a male that will make them multiply. That is Zulu for you. Ewúrẹ́ òbúkọ, ewúrẹ́ òbúkọ, àwa òrí ọ. Somebody bless Muhammad. Not long ago, in the days of Jonathan, oil, we were producing 2.4 million barrels per day. We were selling at $93.61 per barrel. And Nigeria was making $234 million per day. That means $81 billion per annum. That which translates to 12 trillion naira. 12 trillion naira from oil alone. Well, what did Jonathan do with it? We are champions at waste and wastages. We are certificated in corruption. There was this governor who spent $20 million on his mother's funeral in the East in 2005. Dollars. $20 million. A former education minister, Egoe, spent 25 million naira on birthday. He didn't celebrate the birthday in Nigeria anyway. He took guests to London. This mentality of waste, culture of waste, this is our undoing. In 2001, Transparency International rated Nigeria the first most corrupt country. In 2003, Transparency International rated Nigeria second most corrupt country after we had made some adjustments. Then the following year, 2004, Nigeria was classified third most corrupt country. I don't know what Transparency International will say next week if it comes with a report. After all these disclosures, revelations from the National Assembly. And yet Nigeria remains the 26th poorest country. And the 20th hungriest country. Wọ́n ní bàjẹ́ ti dé Nàìjíríà yí ọjọ́ ti pẹ́. Láyé Akíntọ́lá, Akíntọ́lá tèmi. Akíntọ́lá Premier Western Region àtijọ́. Láyé Akíntọ́lá, ọwọ́ àwọn ọkùnrin ọ̀rọ̀kọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn àwọn obìnrin ọ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àmọ́ bí yẹn bá dàdé wọn láàyà, wọ́n lè jẹ́. Láyé Babangida ni wọ́n tó wá alálùbọ̀sà, wọ́n tó ní gúgúrú. Wọ́n jẹ búrẹ́dì àbọ̀tà, ebi ń paráyé. Wọ́n súnmọ́ air condition, ooru ń pa wá. Ìláyé Látìfù ọba Dáníwáyé, dákùnbà wá tún Nàìjíríà ṣe. 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 Torí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bá jẹ́ gbajúmọ̀ kárí ayé tí ò lówó lọ́wọ́. Lásán ní jayé rẹ̀ kọ̀rọ̀ bẹ̀jẹ́, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́rọ̀ bẹ̀jẹ́ tẹ̀yìn. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́rọ̀ bẹ̀jẹ́ tẹ̀yìn. Ẹ dákun, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń gbọ́ sàlámù alékùn, ẹ bá ń wí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ sàlámù alékùn. Bí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ sàlámù alékùn. Bí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ sàlámù alékùn. Wa alaykum sàlámù ló kàn. Wa alaykum sàlámù ló kàn. Mọ́sálásí làwa ó gbà lọ. 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 Omi àlùwàlá ó bù ẹsẹ̀. Omi àlùwàlá ó bù ẹsẹ̀. Omi àlùwàlá ó bù ẹsẹ̀. Omi àlùwàlá
ó bu ẹsẹ̀.
La ó buwọ́ ẹsẹ̀ ká tó lọ kírun.
La ó bu ẹsẹ̀ ká tó lọ kírun.
Ọmọ àlìjánà náwó ẹ̀ sókè.
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 Náwó rẹ̀ méjèèjì sókè dáadáa.
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 Ẹgbẹ́ la ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulillahi la ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulillahi la ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulillahi la ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulillahi. Takbir.